Yo, 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 yo. You know I always do that, yo. Why you do that? You see him do that?
I just do it better.
He trying to take my swag, yo. But look, we back.
Yes, sir.
With another reaction video. As we promised, yo, we supposed to finish this interview, bro.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mookie, I don't know if you want to do this in another part. You feel it's an hour and 46 minutes from now. So you want to do like another hour and then just do the last 46 minutes, another part. You feel me? So the interview gonna be in 3 parts. This interview was very interesting for us. We was locked in, bro. We went over the time. You feel me? But we definitely promised to get y'all this interview. If y'all new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
We don't really like doing like the short videos and situations like this because I feel like you don't get everything.
Get the full,
Yeah, I know people react to like the main points of, you know, the little snippets like 8 minutes. We'd rather just react to the whole interview, bro, to see what's going on so we can check temperature and check vibe, man. But Mookie, I was talking so much. Let's get into the interview, bro.
But I was reiterating God's word at that point. Now, touring with Steve Marmel and Richard Jenny and real journeymen. So my comedy upbringing was standard. I thought you had to work all night, every night, all around the country, and you had to write jokes, and that you were trying to write jokes that other people weren't writing, and that your job was to be funnier. Like, people that know me will tell you, I've been on this. Like, I had a list of all the black comedians that were more famous than me. There was 300 of them on the list, and I had to be able to cross them all out before I could make it to the next level, before I felt like I was funny enough to do that. And so I appreciate what competition does for sports and for my particular sport. And comedy is a sport.
What gave you the confidence that you could get on stage?
You remember I was 5 years old on stage.
Okay. So performing in front of people was no problem.
But I was reiterating God's word at that point. Now, I just have to make sure that the content is good. If the content is good, what part can I not do? I'm a vessel. He's given me these gifts to be able to do certain things, so I just want to utilize them in my craft. That's all.
Do you remember your first set? 5, 10 minutes?
No. I think 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah.
Standing ovation, boos, some applause, some jeers?
No, none of that. They applauded like I was a professional at it. But now looking back, I understand, because you gotta understand, they were all thinking, he don't even look old enough to be in here. And we don't have any black guys that live in this town.
Right.
Where did he come from? And then he gets up there, and for 3 minutes, he's talking about the fact that he is the entire black community. And he is as disappointed in them. It looked like they looking for where the rest of them is. And so is he. And that was his set. But I understood from that point.
That was him entertaining white people.
Definitely. Yep.
I wonder why he ain't mention exactly where it was at. Did you hear that? He ain't mention that.
No,
right?
he's just talking about his set.
His first set.
That the truth is really the commodity, and the fact that we are all individuals and all separate and all our own islands, but not in real life. In real life, it's only 5 or 6 different types of people, and you're gonna see them everywhere that you go. And all my enemies all look the same in the eyes, whether it's Faison, Wanda, Aries Spears, they all look like...
Man, what you got against Wanda Sykes? You think I don't remember that?
Sir, Wanda Sykes and Wanda Smith are 2 separate people.
I mean, Wanda Smith.
And I had only said one name, sir.
Wanda Sykes.
I'm cursed.
Is amazing. I love Wanda.
And I agree.
I love Wanda. That's my girl.
Mine
but
as well.
I remember on the radio, you went on a radio interview. If I'm not mistaken, that's in Atlanta.
Right.
And you came on there with seemingly good intentions. And she attacked you.
It wasn't just that part. It was the fact that before I go in there, she has a conversation about, okay, now, I just want to talk to you because you just won an Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on.
Right.
And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't going to talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me.
That's how
That's tough, bro.
That's how that industry work, yo.
Yeah, man.
That's how the industry work, man. I heard
That's some rotten stuff right there, bro.
a lot of celebrities go through that, bro. They sweet talk the mess out you while you're in the backstage.
Right.
Yeah, man, I got you. We ain't going. As soon as you get there in front of your face, yeah. How you do such and such, such and such. and then holler, it was their job. It was on the cards.
Yeah, to talk about you like that.
Yeah, that's what my boss told me to write down.
Some foul stuff, bro.
Come on, man. That's why he came on Proudly Shannon Sharp platform, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
He know it ain't gonna be two-faced or no backstabbing, bro.
Crazy.
Because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never going to call you out of your name. I'm never going to say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line I got to call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me in front of a largely homosexual fan base. That's why she got canceled. Gay people don't take it kindly that you would, as a derogatory, call me gay. Gay people don't feel like it's derogatory. So why are you trying to shame me with something in a community I don't even belong in? There's no gay people saying I belong over there or been over there.
You did
but I have no hatred of over there, and how dare you?
You did a number on it, though.
Hey.
You did a number on it. That's legendary.
No, you either believe in karma or you don't. Because I didn't.
You seen that interview?
Yeah, I seen it.
I didn't see it.
You ain't never see that interview? Yeah, it was years ago, bro.
Didn't even know any of the stuff that she had done to my fellow comedians until afterwards. I just know that it was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried to kill me this same weekend. Not in jokes. With a real gun in my real face on real camera. Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job. Like, it's two comedians. What do you mean? And the world was okay with it because it was me. Had that happened to anyone else, the world went crazy when Will smacked Chris. This is a person pulling a whole gun on a comedian in the confines of their job. It's really a weird situation when they hate you that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You felt she hated you at that moment because you mentioned that she said it was going to be very professional. Oh, you won an Emmy, congratulations, you put the city on, you own for the city, yada, yada, yada. And now, did she mention anything about the Emmy on camera?
I believe you saw the video and you know that none of that took place. See, the issue is that all the comedians have to come do these radio stations because you have to sell your tickets, and so that means you have to go to the radio station.
Yes.
I don't go to the radio station, and I don't make posts to sell tickets. I just don't. So you've not seen me. I'm not here in some subservient position where somebody sent me over.
You here out of the kindness of your heart. You are.
No, I'm saying in the interview situation.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
Yeah, and this person knew I wasn't there for that,
But how hard? Because you have to understand, she is a female. And so you have to be careful. You have to handle her with kid gloves.
Sir, you want to go ahead and take that out? You don't want to be against equality, do you?
No.
What you just said was very unequal, sir.
Bruh, but
I think maybe you've had enough of this. Because I think I just heard you.
He grabbed his straight back.
You say that women are not equal and should be treated unequally.
They want to be treated.
You mean as a comedian?
No. Listen, you understand and I understand.
Yeah.
In certain situations, they want to be treated equal. Not all situations.
Yes.
And what part of what you saw her get?
She deserved everything you gave her.
What part would have been different if she was a man?
Tell Talk to
It would
me,
have just
Shay.
been more vicious.
Yeah, that's my point.
I took all the vicious and venom away because I didn't have any. Plus, I understood. I'm not trying to offend black women with short hair. I'm not trying to offend heavyset women. I'm not trying to upset fellow comedians. I'm not trying to do any of that, and I am qualified to be able to do none of that and still eviscerate you because I'm smart enough to know that I need to say that you have gnarled fingers because I know your limited education means you don't know what the word means. So you can't possibly respond to it. You're not sure of the meaning. And I'm going to continue hitting you because this is what comedians do.
Right.
You've been masquerading that you're a comedian too, and that's the fallacy.
So
nobody in boxing fights out of their weight class. If you're a 130 pounder, you don't just show up with the 160 pounders. You stay in your weight class.
Is that what you wanted to do?
No.
That she was out of her league when it came to because
I didn't want to do any of it.
I know you didn't want to, but once she took it there. Did you feel that you had to go there? Oh, you
go where?
You could have said, Wanda, I didn't come here for that. I just want to do the interview. I just want to talk about what happened.
Oh, you misunderstand my job.
What you mean? Oh, Katt Williams?
I just want to do the interview. I ain't come here for... No, that ain't him.
You already done ruffled some feathers.
Already.
How would you carry it?
Honestly, I probably would have carried the way he carried it.
Who, Katt Williams?
Yeah.
What? I ain't see it. What, you let her have it?
He let her have it. She said one or two things that wasn't good. He just opened up on her.
Went in.
Just went in. You feel what I'm saying?
Shannon Sharp act like he would have acted different. That nigga was trying to fight at a basketball game.
Really, Shannon? Really?
He said...
My job is to be funny. My job is to be funny first. My first job is to be funny. My second job is to be respectful. My third job is to be immaculate and Gaza strip it.
What?
That's non-political. I'm saying if you do it, you let a terrorist accidentally touch over here, and I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. It'll literally be rubble on top of rubble, and I'll still be bombing. Why? Because that's why you should mind your business. This is what F around and find out is about.
Right.
Have you ever been booed, Katt?
Yes. Yeah. I have.
What was that feeling like? Did it want to give up? Because because when you have, I don't know how early it was in your career. Obviously, it hadn't been I don't think it's in the last decade because you've been immaculate.
Have you ever dropped a pass?
I have. I've been booed too.
You know the little segment between everything is fine and I got it, and then you noticing where it is now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that. The thing about as a comedian, the audience's opinion is the only opinion that matters, not you, the writer, not none of that. And so I don't think any comedian has ever been booed unnecessarily either.
They deserve it.
Oh yeah. I'm saying, what do they say when a guy shoots the air ball in the NBA? They say air ball to make sure everybody knows. But again, he still got to get back on D.
Right.
Like the game didn't end. He don't get to throw his hands up and sulk.
Right.
That's supposed to be used as a learning experience. Most comedians don't get booed enough.
Ooh.
I mean,
that's tough.
This is how you end up with a Michael Blackson who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay, this guy is mad at me. All I did was give him the best advice of his life. Remember, he was wearing dirty dashikis. And I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa doing comedy. If you're going to say that, you got to go to Africa and get a school, dude. Everybody got, you got to put in some work. And these guys, they take my advice, they change their whole persona, and and then they hate me for it. And generally, I'm just too big to comment or make a statement about it or do a live or any of that. But when it gets to be a whole grouping of these guys, I gotta come and talk to Shannon. I gotta lay it down at the altar.
You know every comedian.
This is the other side of Kirk Franklin prank. This is the reckoning. 2024. The reckoning.
You watch that. You know every comedian that's been on my show. You watched every episode.
No, that's not what you said. You said I know every comedian.
You know every comedian.
You're limiting me.
Oh, you watched every episode because you know things. You know things.
That's always where I'm trying to come from, whether it's comedic or otherwise. That's why even if you see me get arrested 10 times in a row on TV, as a fan of mine, you can be like, he finna be right out. Yeah, but they just said he didn't do it. He couldn't have. It's stupid. Why would he do something stupid knowing he got to come back and talk to us?
Ooh.
Nah, they respect.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was tough.
And every time it happens, I'm going to be free as a bird sitting out here talking to you about it, that it really was what I said it was. That's all.
You end up, you come down, you're in L.A.
Yeah.
Now, I'm reading Katt Williams won Cedric the Entertainer's Anheuser-Busch Best Los Angeles Comic Award. Did you win that award, won Katt Williams? It's a simple yes or no. It's not a rhetorical question.
It's a question that probably should have been asked to Cedric the Entertainer.
I'm asking you. I got you here, though.
I know. I couldn't believe Cedric didn't get asked that question. You still a dude's joking and giving an award, and then 10 years later, you don't know nothing about it. Hey, but I promise you this.
What?
If he sees me again before he sees you, he'll be talking different when you see him. That's for certain. That's the difference. That's what these comics understand, is that I'm not doing nothing for clout. I don't even recognize clout. But eventually, the Lord is going to let me and you be in one hallway. A lot of these dudes go... Kevin Hart done went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building ever in 25 years. Like, it's like that. Why? Why?
Yes.
Because I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence.
What happened with him and Kevin Hart, yo?
Man, he got a lot to say to Kevin Hart, you feel what I'm saying? But Kevin Hart said some things about him, too. How he wasn't showing up to the set and doing all types of crazy
What movie
stuff.
they played in together?
I don't think they played in any movie together.
Oh, what they had probably like a same comedy show or something?
There's comedians going back and forth.
Okay.
From my take, you know what I'm saying?
Influence of anything. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought. I have far less play in me than you would like. And I'm relentless. I'm out there. I'm still, to this day, I play 11 games of basketball with a 20-year-old. The record is 92-6. This is just in the yard, just to the rack, just because.
You work out, Cat? You work out, Cat?
Not to the gym.
You don't work out in the gym? You do push-ups, sit-ups?
My whole life it was just push-ups and sit-ups only. I would do like 100 push-ups a day. Just.
I thought you were gonna say 1,000.
No, because this is literally every day.
Right.
This is not for the gram. You know what I mean? Like literally 100 a day. And I would do push-ups, and then I tore both my rotator cuffs, and so it was only thanks to golf that I was even able to get my
You a golfer now?
back. I've been a golfer for quite some time. My short game is impeccable. I can't get you but 2 and some change off of the
tee.
Off the tee, but I'm still coming in for par guaranteed.
You playing for the tips?
No. I've found that you don't get anything for that. It seems very egomaniacal. They go, hey, Katt, for free, you can go further back. Hey, what? Wait a minute, does it still count the same? Hey, I'm up at the ladies' tee. Don't tell me my pronouns. On the golf course, I'm she, her, him, them, and they. Whoever at the front tee.
I know we're joking, we're having a great conversation, but you did win the award. How did the award help your career? It had to help something, Katt.
Nope. No.
God, come on, Katt.
I didn't remember it happened to you, just said it. How can Cedric give you an award that was worth something?
Oh, wow.
Bam. Hello, Fresh.
Everything Cedric and Ricky Smiley ever been in got canceled for not being funny. Ricky sat here and told you that they cut him out of every movie.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
tough.
I do think Cedric is funny.
Cedric is funny, bro.
Cedric Entertainer is funny,
But
yo.
is he funnier than Katt Williams?
I think they two different type of comedians, though.
I would say no.
I get it, but Cedric is just like show and movie funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie. He won't, I feel like Cedric won't never be like the, I mean, I know he have been in shows and stuff like that, but for me personally, I don't never feel like he'll be a star of a show. I feel like he will just always be that great role player.
Right.
Like Steve Harvey and the Steve Harvey show.
Yeah.
You feel me? Remember,
So you saying Cedric can't lead a part?
that's just my opinion. But remember Johnson? What Roscoe Jenkins? You feel me? Martin? He was a great role player, bro. Like,
So he's better as a role player than a leading comedian.
yeah, for me. You feel me? What you think?
Yeah, same thing.
You think you can lead, though?
No.
You remember that movie Johnson Family Vacation?
Yeah, Martin was the star of that movie.
I said Roscoe Jenkins. Johnson
that's
Family
Johnson
Vacation.
Family Vacation.
That's when he was like the father.
Yeah. And it was okay.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was okay. It
Yeah.
wasn't super funny.
But
like
Roscoe Jenkins.
was super funny.
Yeah, that was great.
Movie he did, they always had a reason. Like, that's why I'm funny, because I'm a happy person. I laugh all day long. I can't even imagine the misery of these bums. Just to not be good at what you do, not work hard at what you do, but have to act like you the best at what you do. It is crazy. It's crazy.
But they be touring, they be doing like 100 shows a year.
That's me. I don't run into none of them. That's what I'm saying. If you a Faison Love fan, you mean you've been a fan of him for 32 years, you still waiting on him to do his first special? You mean to tell me if Steve Harvey, your favorite comedian, you mean you've been waiting for him to do stand-up for 15 years?
What about Steve, yo?
Now, Steve is funny. Is he funnier than Katt Williams? No. But he is funny. He can hold his own.
He can lead. He can lead too.
Yeah, he can lead. He can lead. Be the star of a show and lead. Yes, you're right.
I already say you don't think Steve. Why you don't think he funny? You just think so. Katt Williams in your top 3.
Yes. Actually, like top 2.
For real?
Yeah.
Katt Williams ever had his own show?
On TV series?
I don't think
so.
But
It's just been movies and stand-up, yeah.
Right, okay.
Now,
I mean, Steve got a lot of other.
DL still out there. None of those irons matter to stand-up. Who cares that they wrote a placard for you to do Family Feud on? Like, you're successful because we're surprised you can talk for a living and it's entertaining that you're gonna say some funny country things. But not a writer.
Right.
Not a writer.
How did you develop Money Mike and get it? I mean, everybody talk Money Mike. How did you come up with that and said, you know what, this is how he should dress, this is how he should talk, this is how he should.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think that's that complicated.
What, Money Mike?
Yeah. To come up with a character like that, you think so?
It might, yes, it is. It's a little complicated.
It is?
Yeah.
You think so?
Because you gotta study, you know, like
it probably was
how
easy
pimps
for
are.
him to come up with that.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't think Money Mike, a pimp. It don't sound that complicated. It sounds like somebody you know from around the way. Yo, that's Money Mike.
Nah, dudes from around the way don't act like Money Mike.
No, don't act like Money Mike. I said somebody that you can see being around the way. What you think?
I only knew one pimp in my life.
What was your name, yo?
He was in a wheelchair. He was pimping in a wheelchair.
Should look. This is the kind of whip he should ride. This is how he should talk.
So if you'll remember that was my first movie, just understand that what I did then, I've done with every single role, whether it was an Emmy-winning role or whether it wasn't, whether I was playing somebody homeless, whether I was playing a dirty vagabond on Atlanta, whether it was an eccentric guy in First Sunday, regardless of what the role is, the first thing I do is erase me from it.
Okay.
So anything that I would naturally
Who is it?
do, that's what I'm not going to do because I'm playing a different
You're
character.
playing the character. Okay.
Right. So I then create this person based upon real life circumstances. So I don't have to wonder what a pimp thinks because I've been in that position for a little while. I also worked manual labor for some time in my life, so I don't have a problem paying somebody that works, and I don't have a problem being a go-getter because I'm a go-getter. So I bring whatever I can to these characters. I was able to, the first week that I got the script, there was a pimp guy that used to be a pimp, but he wasn't anymore. He was a rapper now, and his name was Mac Minister. And he had been a pimp and was going to be a rapper. And
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this.
Had never done a movie before. I was a stand-up, and I'm getting ready to do the movie. And so I was able to craft what a real pimp was like, what was too much. I didn't want to be stereotypical.
Right.
I did the research. I saw how many times people played pimps, and they were always, it was always something weird about them, I guess, because it's a weird job, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I wanted somebody that didn't seem like none of that he really thought it was a business and treated it like that. And so, you know, adding those levels to acting is what all actors do if they're not Steve or Cedric or Ricky. Like, you're trying to create a character. You can't just be Faison in every movie. Like, you just gonna take your shirt off on every movie? Like, why does it say that in your script?
Man, let Big Worm live. Let him breathe, Cat. Let Big Worm breathe. Stall him out now.
Stall him out.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
No, I don't allegiance to the man. But you.
Hey, bro, that was the smoothest thing ever, bro.
Yeah, smooth dude,
That was the smoothest thing
You gotta
ever.
admit the role that he played, Big Perm in Friday now. You gotta give him credit for the role now. Come on now.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If what you're saying is correct, why wasn't he in next Friday or Friday after next?
I mean, his role,
It wasn't good.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's legendary.
Big Worm is legendary, yo.
Big Worm
But
legendary.
he makes sense, though. Why wasn't he in Friday
No.
or Friday at the next?
I think Katt, yo, he making a difference of like, yo, bro, the level people is actually on. Like, Big Worm probably stayed the same in all his movies. Katt Williams just so above that he making his legend status go down. You feel me? Like, Big Worm is legendary, but now you look at it, you like, dang. Yo,
You
probably-
making a lot of sense, though, bro. I can't even sit here and act like you not.
Like, Big
You
Worm
making too
probably,
much sense right now.
he probably only had like 7 or 8 lines in that movie.
Boy, what the F you want? Give me some chili free there.
Probably like 8 or 12 lines, bro.
Yeah, something like that, bro.
You feel me? How many times you say Buddy Mike at Friday after that? That
Yeah, he had a bunch of lines.
bunch of movies. Yeah, fact.
There was a lot of people that appeared in the first one that weren't in the second one, Katt.
I'm just telling you why. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that there's a news flash that there are reasons for things in a business.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, why did you bench D-Lo? He had 2 points. What are you talking about? Shut up. But I like him. Nobody cares about that. That's not what we're talking about. These are business conversations that deal with businessmen.
Right.
Right. When you're good at something, you should progress. The guys that are not as good, they should fall down by the wayside. That's natural.
So you believe if your talent doesn't support it, you should fall by the wayside, and the guys that have the talent and that get elevated, they should move.
No, that's what water says. That's what the universe say. The universe say the levels. No, not I say. Who am I? Right. I'm nobody. But I'm working every day as if I think that's what
should happen.
Is how it should be. And I'm choosing comedians that also write and work hard and don't steal other people's material. And I'm making sure that they all make $300,000 a season. And I'm making sure that they're not ever signed to me or my conglomerate. And that's why they're successful. No, you can work with me and still be an independent businessman, boss owner like you came in. Right. I don't need you to be subservient to me. That's those other guys that make you pay dues.
Katt Williams a real one, yo.
Yeah, of course he is.
He's a real one.
Been like that.
See, I never tapped into your story like that. Yo was a real one, yo. Wow.
You said earlier that you rewrote a lot of what Money Mike was to say and how he behaved. So they allowed you the freedom, the liberty to ad lib. How much?
Would they allow you to just make an interception if didn't nobody talk about it? As a football player, if the ball comes your way, can you just grab it? Can you make an interception anytime? Are you allowed to pick up any fumble? You can do any hustling, right? Oh, okay, same here. Same here.
But here's the thing, though. Even as an offensive player, they might let me ad lib once I get a couple of years under my belt. They wouldn't let me ad lib as a rookie. That was your first movie.
I told you the conversation in my first movie, just because I am committed to laughs. The only way I made it past those 300 comedians, I didn't tell you this. What it required is I had to watch all 300 comedians 10 times a piece. I watched your set 10 times of you performing, whoever you were. And then I counted how many laughs you got every time you did these amount of minutes. So if you told me this comedian and told me he did 30 minutes, I could tell you that he got 26 laughs in that 30 minutes because I had done the numbers on everybody. So I didn't just say I was funnier. I knew I was funnier than the comic you liked, and I could tell you how many jokes funnier I was because that's how we judge stand-up. You do 15 minutes, I do 15 minutes. How do I know I'm funnier than you? Because you got 6 laughs, and I got 6.
I didn't even know that, yo.
Now you're breaking it down like analytically. You feel what I'm saying? Like a
scoreboard.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
Now when I watch stand-ups, I'm gonna think about how many laughs this nigga got.
Man, that's crazy.
16. I'm almost 3 times better than you, low-key, boy. But I'm never gonna tell you the formula. So you gonna keep just going out there telling jokes. Now understand that psychologically, the audience by 10 years is convinced that I'm funnier than you. They just don't know why. Because I'm putting out more content, better.
I had Terry Crews on here. He said at the time that you did the movie, you were homeless. Is that true?
This was my situation. 5 months prior to me getting this first audition for Friday After Next, I got this baby son. I'm holding him up above me. He grabs my little chain. He's playing with it, and he accidentally drops it. It breaks out my front 2 teeth. I'm in a situation now where when I go to the dentist, they telling me this gonna cost thousands and thousands of dollars to fix this right. They not telling me what it's gonna look like. I go get an estimate with no money involved, find out what I need to do. They find out you got a tumor in your upper jaw, so we're gonna have to do a whole surgery for you. It's gonna be 100 bands. I don't have it. I don't have it. And I'm only gonna have this check from this movie. So while I'm doing this movie, we live in this trailer. This is where we live. So when they come to work at 5 in the morning, we already there. When they leave at night, we still there. We just double back.
The movie,
the trailer. You know they got trailers.
Yeah.
Like trailers where they get their makeup done and all that type of stuff. He said he was living in a trailer.
What? So hold on. So what did he did? What? I know you probably explained this part, but what do you think he did with his teeth during that time?
I don't know, because I remember the Friday at the Next. I remember he ain't had no front teeth in that movie.
He didn't.
He didn't have no front teeth in that movie. If you pay attention, no. I remember that.
Wow, I forgot about that. He didn't.
He didn't have no front teeth in that movie. Pippin.
I thought that was just for the movie part.
He telling you what happened.
Because we understood that this is our one opportunity. And we have this opportunity to change our lives, just like a young man going for the draft.
Right.
We can actually get in the league with this. There are 30 comedians on this cast. They're all magnificent. This is the holy grail of the situation. So yeah, I was able to make sure that, because it wasn't just my first movie, it was K.D. Albert's first movie, it was Terry Crews' first movie.
Absolutely.
I was the leader of this group, which meant that we didn't do their rehearsals, they did rehearsal, we did our own rehearsals daily to make sure that we were at the level of professional actors, which is what made it so egregious, that guy. Saying, I was supposed to. You were supposed to what?
Katt, he did have a good part in the movie, man. The Santa Claus was funny, man.
The dude said the entire time we were filming, I can't play this role. They got a bandana over my nose and my mouth. My family not even gonna know who this is. So yeah, tell your story.
Terry Crews also said that you guys had a lot of conversation, that this was your opportunity and you needed to seize this moment.
Terry had the benefit of having been in some very high-profile situations already and took L's. Like, he had been in the league, you know what I mean? He had done pro wrestling. He had done a lot of things. He had been televised in some things that hadn't worked.
Right.
And this was just fortuitous for him. And now you know what nobody has ever said in the whole industry in 20 years about, you know, the whole Money Mike not getting raped in the bathroom.
Right.
So I understood going in that there's no reason. I lost for a 5-year period, every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk, that all I had said was, just, can we take some of this step and fetch it shit out? And then I can do it. Like, it don't need to be overtly homosexual, because I'm not homosexual, right? It doesn't need that to be funny, right? And me saying that and them going, oh yeah, no problem, and then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was, and acting like I'm a bad person because I keep standing on my standard. But yeah, it's interesting, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, again, I'm on the winning side of these decisions.
You know, look, I've had Cube, I've talked to Cube, and a lot of people say Cube doesn't pay. What's your relationship with Cube, and what did that opportunity mean for you?
Well, the ungrateful bastards that will say anything about Cube's payment, you shouldn't even talk to them anymore. Like, you don't go to Goodwill, you don't go to a Goodwill thrift store and go, look at all this cheap ass shit. Why don't you shut up? Why don't you shut up? You could have went to Hermes. Why you didn't go to Balenciaga? Why you didn't get a bowl to the Balmain? You want to have that conversation? Right. What you mean the independent black dude who's filming it partly out of his fucking pocket? What you mean he didn't pay you enough? They weirdos. That felt like they earned the opportunity because they were big. No, yeah. I understood.
That ain't no $200 million movie. Well, I mean, how much did you expect you was gonna make?
Well, I made enough to get them teeth fixed just like you did.
Yeah.
So it was no harm, no foul. I knew that I was gonna go from there, and there was no
turning back for Katt Williams. Okay.
Well, here's the thing.
Ice Cube probably like, man, I'm taking Katt Williams wherever I go. Because after that, First Sunday.
First Sunday was good too.
That was funny. Yeah.
I wrote it.
Katt Williams, Mike Epps, and Ice Cube.
What I'm saying.
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan, bro.
What other did Mike Epps and Ice Cube play enough?
All about the Benjamins.
Yeah.
I did it, and I did a good job at it. You can thank me. I was involved.
Right.
I'm not gonna come later on and tell you I never even read the whole script. So how you know what roles? What? What do you mean you never read the? like. These guys' whole job is to present something, unfortunately. And I'm just not a presenter. If you ask me a question, I'm just gonna tell you the truth of how it went.
Would you be willing to do another Friday?
Cube already asked me to write it. I was supposed to have been writing it. This is what these guys are mad about. Like, we lost some great people before this movie could come out regardless. Right. And so, yes, there desperately needs to be one. But we miss John Witherspoon in a way that can't really be quantified, if I'm being honest with you. And the Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey. Whew. If I didn't know no better, I'd tell you he's the greatest. I don't care what you say. To be confident and not delusional is a real skill. Most of these confident people we see is really delusional.
Well, you don't think they asked Chris Tucker to come back in the second Friday?
Why you like you see him at his face? Look at
Smokey was all in Smokey. There ain't no Friday without Smokey.
Facts. Come on,
we all agree to that, and there's no next Friday without Friday, and there's no Friday after next without Friday.
We talk about the road because you said that they don't.
Here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. Chris was allowed to make the decision. At the time that this is happening, Katt Williams is known for smoking weed. Willie Nelson is known for smoking weed. Right. Snoop's known for smoking weed, but none of us is really known except Willie. And I'm saying, Chris Tucker didn't want to be the poster child for smoking weed. He don't smoke weed like that.
Right.
He in the church. Right. He Michael Jackson's best friend. Christmas.
Chris Tucker, he played the mess up that role, yo.
He's a legendary role.
I'm saying for, like, yo, I don't know. Chris Tucker a great actor, bro. Some people is great actors because some people that don't do something and can act like they do, like, yo, after you watch Friday, yo, I know you think like, hey, Chris Tucker probably smoke all the time, yo. You feel me? I was like, he did his thing, bro.
Michael Jackson called him Christmas. You ever met a man that gave you a little nickname like that?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah, nah.
Must be the greatest.
Man, I ain't gonna be able to get nobody back. I ain't gonna be able to get no more comedians.
They all coming.
No, they ain't.
Are you kidding?
Nah.
Everybody coming.
I promise you. I done got all the rest of them. I done got the ones.
I promise you, everybody trying to double back. You're gonna be having to beat them off with a stick. You gonna let him? They're coming. Much as.
You on Def Comedy Jam, Comic View. What were those experiences like? What do you remember most about Def Comedy Jam and Comic View?
Comic View was everything. Comic View was really the break, and not Friday After Next, just because Comic View was just 3,000 of your stand-up peers, and we just throw sets of all of them up there, and we see who the audience likes. Who do they like? And it was a great wild, wild west time to be involved in comedy, and the same is true for Def Jam, because hip-hop was a fad at one time, and hip-hop ain't gonna last, and why are you doing that? And that's how it was for blue comedy. If you were a comedian that cussed, you were ridiculed by the mainstream comedy geist. That would be like me being on Joe Rogan. Joe don't want me on there. I need to be on Shannon. Joe got 6 comedians that never been funny. He want to push out. But that's really how it is. I'm so sorry I'm competitive. You're an athlete, right?
I can tell.
You understand.
Will there ever be another Comic View, Def Comedy Jam? Could that, in today, in 24, 25, 26, could we see that again?
They've already announced it. It's already going. You didn't know? Yeah, Kevin Hart purchased it, so he's now doing Comic View. That happened at the same time that they gave DC Young Fly Hollywood Squares. Yeah, because they tell you.
I wonder how you feel about like the new comedians.
The new comedians.
Like DC Young Fly now.
He said he like them.
For real?
Yeah.
Desi Banks,
DC Young Fly, just hilarious. He said he a fan of all of them.
What about my man Country Wayne?
That there's no gatekeepers, but we keep seeing the same people open the gate. Didn't Kevin open the gate and let Tiffany in? Ain't he now opening it up for... Don't such and such open the gate for... What do you mean ain't no gatekeepers? There's 100 gates out here.
Would you
everyone I've seen got a keeper.
Would you have wanted to do Comic View or Def Comedy Jam? Would you have wanted to be?
I think we just mentioned I did them both.
No, I'm saying he purchased the rights and refranchise it.
Nope. They didn't offer it to me anyway. Like, Comic View did a couple disservices to comedy as well. So there were people like me that were out there getting 2 and 3 standing ovations in one set. And that wasn't good for television. So what they did was they started making everybody get a standing ovation. So they would tell the audience, when they get off stage, everybody get up and cheer. And so now the fact that I'm the only one out there going to get standing ovations is now making people think everybody get a standing ovation. And that's not how comedy is. So I understood why that couldn't go anymore, because remember, Ricky Smiley sat right here and told you a story about how he performed with Mike Epps and Katt Williams when he did Comic View, and to let him tell it, he was funnier than both. My name Lil Dow. You're talking about the special needs. That's good.
That's a different time.
That's some clever material.
That was a different time, Ken.
No, it wasn't. It was the time I was there.
But I'm saying...
That time, this time, same times.
No, but I'm saying...
Just like people that tell you the Egyptians, they not black. Egypt is in Africa, folks. As long as Egypt is in Africa, then Egyptians are African.
Do you believe you could tell the same jokes today as when you started out? I mean, Eddie Murphy not telling those jokes. Richard Pryor wouldn't be able to tell those jokes in 2024 that they told in the 70s and the 80s.
So they wouldn't have told them.
But that's my point.
They're not inferior people.
No.
If they were in this time, they would be going according to our time. Just like then, we were going according to that. Like, that's how it is in the world. There are words that we can use for a while. And when we use them for a while until somebody says that ain't a good.
That's a fact. When you got it in, you just got it in you.
Yeah,
You're adjust.
You're right, though.
Yeah, when you got it in, you got it in.
Good word. Yeah. We should stop saying that.
Correct.
That don't make people feel good. And we stop saying the word. And we move on to another word. You can't say the R word. You can certainly say special needs.
Yeah.
You can certainly say spectrum.
Be slow.
There are things that you can say to get your point that don't have to hurt people.
Right.
But you would know that if what you did was construct the English language for a living, then you would understand that part.
You financed your first stand-up. You had 20. It cost you $22,000. You had 25 to your name.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to do that? You believe that much in Katt?
Yeah.
I believe that much in business. In business, the goal is for you to become independent and be the boss, take the responsibility, and also get the profit.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's all. Business, the goal is for you to become independent and be the boss, take the responsibility, and also get the profit.
Okay.
That's all. How can I be looking for you to put me on if I wouldn't?
Right.
And if I can't show you what you missed out on, why would you believe me? Now, the fact that I was able to do it 12 times, that's the real thing. The part that I'm able to do it all across the country. The fact that every time I do a tour or a special, you think, well, that's sponsored by somebody. Somebody did a good job. No, just the guy they're kicking around, just the one that might mentally not be all there. He's the one picking the outfits, writing this guy's material, booking the shows.
Big feet.
Yeah, my fault. Yo, it's right there. See? Oh, we good.
That's crazy.
Making sure he gets there. He's the one hiring the other comedians. But hey.
How do you take 20,000 children in the middle of New York City without anybody seeing?
I knew that that's the end goal. So if that's the end goal and I'm there when I start, why would I deviate from that?
Right.
Remember, my goal was to get this far in Hollywood and still have a virgin asshole. And never had sucked a penis. That was my only goal. I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. Come on, Katt.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. And remember, I told you the drug story from when I'm in the park.
Yeah.
So these are just the things. I had all of those when I came in. I already was ready for that. That's what they don't like.
I did not know. You're telling me and showing me a side of the business that I didn't know. That you guys are, man, the competition, the competitiveness.
That's all business. I don't care if they're selling Coke. You wouldn't believe the things that Coca-Cola says about Pepsi. You wouldn't believe the water conversations between Dasani and Liquid Death. Like in all business, in all sport, competition is a driving force. And I don't require anybody to be better. Who am I? I just require if you're a loser and you've taken shortcuts at every chance and you've made sure that you didn't put anybody on that really had a work ethic and was a God-fearing person and you helped that. If that was never you, then don't act like that's you. Don't get out here now that you don't do stand-up and start acting like, oh, you not sure why you don't do stand-up no more. I heard you got run off. You better be careful. The nigga that run you off gonna show up and he gonna tell everybody. Man, what you gonna be able to say? Nothing. Why you think I speak with such clarity? I'm actually involved in each one of these stories I told you about. Right. Right.
The one comedian that we've been sitting here doing this interview that you hold in very high regard is Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle walked away from $50 million. You said it was more. Tell the story.
That's right. Oh, you're
no,
the best.
I want you to tell it.
You really are the best. You've proven it here today. As much as I'm proving it, you proving it. You proving it.
That couch look comfortable as I don't know what, too.
Stretch out couch. You know,
Like a therapy couch.
Yeah, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't people say that. He lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened. Like, no, not they offered him $50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
Yes, sir.
I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them.
Lord have mercy. He hitting on it today. He hitting on it. This interview was epic.
So freely.
Kid, I need another one. You here? Get you another one.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Come on.
Because early on you was accusing me of being.
Katt, man. Katt.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, but you know, some of these people.
Martin tried to put me in my first dress. When he had to go on his hiatus, he tell me, Katt, when I come back, I need you. You my young partner, you my brother in comedy. When I come back, just promise me that my next movie, it'll be me and you. We gonna do it together. We gonna do some buddy cop shit. I said, Martin, you got my motherfucking word, my nigga. Go do what you gotta do. When you come back, I'm in your movie. Don't trip. I don't need to see the script or nothing. You know, we get in that office and this fool pull out Big Mama's House 2. I almost died. And I gotta read this script in front of all these good white people. Where this nigga want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent. We can play anything now. We can be playing a dog catcher this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And that's who they went and got. Twice I said it, they went and got him. Just like I'm telling you, I had that other dude's work. I had all of it. All I did was say, I want to punch it up so it's not offensive to real niggas. And that's...
What you feel about that, bro?
About the dress? I feel as a man, you're supposed to say no to a few things. You know how in the streets they say all money ain't good money?
Yeah.
All money ain't good money, bro.
But Big Mama House legendary.
But check this out. This dude asked me at work today, he said, if they was to give you $3 million to put on a dress, would you do it?
You asking me? No, I'm saying you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Would you throw on a dress?
Hold on. That's what I'm saying, bro. You just putting on a dress?
You putting on a dress, you got to sashay like a lady.
No. Yeah. Nah, I ain't doing that. But look.
$3 million.
Big
dude say, I'm in that dress. The dude I was with.
Look, yo, Big Mama House is legendary, though.
Yeah, it ain't the funniest. It's all right.
Big Mama House was funny, bro.
Not
but listen, it's not like Katt Williams will be in a dress by herself.
Yeah.
And they is playing cops.
But at the same time, he protecting his integrity. Yo, all money ain't good money, bro. You got to realize that. Sometimes you're going to have to say no to some high-profile, valuable situations. Think about it, bro. You done said no to a lot of stuff. Just with this platform we have here.
I get it, but I'm just saying, though, the spin-offs is... What I'm basically saying is... This is what I'm saying, y'all. Is it like Martin was trying to put him in a dress? Or Martin was just trying to...
Put some money in his pocket.
Because it's not like I'm just throwing a dress at you. I'm in a dress with you, my nigga. And we is playing cops. Yeah. We just undercover. Yeah. And it started off a great spinoff. Big Mama House is a spinoff, right? Yeah. Big Mama House 2, Big Mama House 3. And Big Mama House 3 with Brandon T. Jackson.
Brandon T. Jackson with Big Mama House 2, but Brandon T. Jackson regretted putting on that dress.
Oh, for real?
Yes, he did.
Why?
You ain't see that interview?
Uh-uh.
He regretted putting on that dress.
Oh, why?
He said, I should have listened.
My bad, y'all. Everything I said went out the window.
Yeah.
How I got in this position.
I sure hope I have Club Shay Shay after this air.
It's gonna be in a dimension it's never been.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
The greatest thing floating in
I might be out of
2024. Mark
business.
the words. No way. In a whole different realm of business. Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Watch. God.
Man, you both said that, man. Shannon Sharp about to get some.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp about to blow out. 2024 probably be his best year.
Yes, he about to get some.
Come on, he started off the year too right.
You know, this interview almost got like 50.
Yeah, and that's what Stephen A. Smith said. He said, when it's said and done, I believe this interview is going to have 50 million views.
What? It's going to have more than that. The interview got at 30.
Yeah. No, it's at 41 right now.
Oh, yeah. About a month out.
People ain't that few.
It's been a week.
Prince. You met Prince.
Prince was a friend of mine. He was a friend of mine.
What was those conversations? Because look, I mean, sometimes we don't really understand or appreciate someone until they're gone. I did. I was a big Prince fan. All of his stuff.
Yeah.
Because he could play all the instruments. He could sing. He could dance. He was an entertainer that could sing. And what he wrote, I mean, who thinks of Cherry Moons? Who thinks it snows in April? Who a raspberry beret or pink cashmere? The purple rain, the things that he wrote about. Well, like, bro, who mind goes there?
Yeah, he was like unlike anybody in the world. He was just an amazing individual. I was able to meet him when I was 12, and I knew him my entire life through all of his changes. I was able to assist him many times. If you go look at Prince's car collection, you'll see that Prince don't have not one car Katt Williams ain't got. He got the Prowler from Friday After Next in there. He got the same Bentley as me, because we share certain things. Our connection was lyrics, musical lyrics, women, and cars. And those are the areas where he trusted my opinion on things. And that's where I got to be helpful in his life. And he was helpful in mine in really all different types of ways, especially about the business, as far as being a black man that was rich in this business at 18 years old, had already did his first $1 million contract, had already broken records, was determined that he didn't want to be like anybody else, was so great of a guitar player that black people just stopped caring about guitar, and he got left out on a limb and somehow still had to create his way out of that. He was just really a 1 in a billion type person. I was lucky to know him.
Are you interested in wholesaling or flipping abandoned homes but don't have time to drive for dollars? With Thatch Leads, you can build an...
Now, there are specials and the streaming. I don't know. I don't think there's as many, and there's no DVDs now. So where are you on this streaming, the specials? I mean, obviously you still tour, but how much do you focus on? Okay, I'm gonna tour, say 100 days or 150 days, but I'm gonna do a special.
Well, now that our relationship with Netflix is at the 8-figure mark,
8?
How?
See the way he looked just now? He said, yo, crazy, yo. This dude Katt Williams, wow, yo.
Well, now that our relationship with Netflix is at the 8-figure mark,
8?
How
You said 8?
How often you want to make them?
Oh, you said 8? I mean, like
Right.
5, 6, 7, 8?
Got to be 10 million to qualify, yeah. So what I'm saying is, once you're at that level, how many would you do? I'd be willing to bet you say, every time you turn around, I'm gonna be doing another one.
Hey.
I think that's what you would say if you was any good.
Yeah,
and
for
like
sure.
I said, with 12 comedy specials, why do I need to be in these conversations with these specialist people? Sid ain't got no specials you remember. Steve ain't got no specials you remember. Ricky ain't got no specials you remember. Faison ain't got no. What? So why do y'all
Quake did
get
a special.
Yep, it was 20 minutes long.
It was good too, though.
It was. He's good. Not it was good. He's
Yeah,
good.
see, Quake my
He's
guy.
good. Don't think because I said something derogatory that I don't know how to hate. Earthquake has consistently. I don't think anybody's ever said Quake wasn't funny.
Right.
He probably never been booed.
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't think he's ever given a bad performance.
Nathaniel,
in his
my
life.
dog.
But
Earthquake is funny as I know. Earthquake is funny, yo.
But his just due was overdue. He was in a whole different situation.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't able to translate the stand-up to the movie
The
thing,
TV.
he took a hit. Most people don't take a hit. They're just judged on their stand-up.
Right.
So, yeah, no. I even though it sounds like there's a lot of people that's not the case. I'm a proponent of all of us who are in this business working hard trying to make it.
When you got into stand-up, was crossing over, was doing TV, was doing movie, was that a part of it? You like, okay, I'm doing stand-up. Okay, the next progression is TV movies.
Throughout the history of stand-up, sir. That's the goal for all of us. That's how it goes. That's why when you hear these dudes talking about, oh, I didn't want to be a movie star, you just know it's disingenuous. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah, oh, no, I just wanted to do a game show.
Right.
What? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I thought you did Mark Curry's show over after he had just done hanging with Mr. Cooper. Why would you do all of that man's stuff that he did on his show on yours and then do the dude's stand-up when you go on the road? And then you never put Mark Curry on your show or nothing. Like, if you don't say anything, these dudes will run over you. I don't know if you know how bullies operate.
I
but
do.
If you don't stand up for yourself, there really is nothing they won't do.
Right. You're a very generous man, Katt. You're the sole sponsor of Melba Moore, getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You did all that on your own. Why? Do you have a personal relationship with Melba?
No. I understood that she was a black woman in a time where it mattered what you look like, and they had a certain thing that they needed you to look like and act like in order to be successful.
Right.
And she just never did that. She wasn't tall enough. She wasn't fine. They didn't like her looks. They didn't like that her hair was natural. They talked crazy about her, and yet she still made all of these achievements. And I'm like, understand, I'm already in the Comedy Hall of Fame. I'm already going to heaven no matter what happens. If it ends in a second, I'm up there. So it gives me the leeway to do some things that are simply because it's the right thing to do. So the truth of the matter is, they wanted to give me a star. But please don't consider me and this person been sitting on this list this whole time. And just because they ain't got enough money, they can't get they just due? That's crazy. When do you start? That's hurtful. What if somebody can't afford their flowers? You mean they don't get them? No, God don't operate like that. He would send a dummy like me to come and take care of that. Just so that the right thing happens. That's how the universe works.
That's dope.
Because remember, what am I spending my money on? I'm not spending my money on strippers. I ain't spending them on drugs.
Why not?
Like,
Stripper
what?
part.
Because if I go in a strip club, I'm only trying to get her out of there.
Yeah.
I have no intention of her or any other people being in this position. If I see a girl I like at the strip club, I'm telling her, you know you don't have to strip no more after this. This could be your last day.
This could be your last day. Facts. You can retire right now.
Hey, yo, that's some pimp stuff, yo.
Yeah, man.
You'll do that to a stripper? If you like
If I
her?
felt though, yeah, of course I would.
Well, she throwing that thing on you.
Well, she ain't got to throw it no more, baby.
How about that? Ooh. What would it be like just to leave it all? You ain't gotta be a hoe no more.
I don't even want you to go get your purse. Just leave it.
Ain't nothing in
We
it.
get new ID. We get new ID and credit card, social security
I
card.
don't need none of that.
None of that.
None of that. This life don't look good on you. You don't even look like a drug addict.
This life don't even look good on you. Baby been stripping for the last 2 years.
Yeah, man.
Yo, this life don't look good on you. My man, Katt speaking to her, huh, yo? He talking to her soul.
Got me thinking, Katt.
Right. You hear these athletes talking about, yeah, we was out there tricking. What? Why? You're part of the problem.
On everything.
You're part of the problem.
Talk to him, Katt.
Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for. It sets it up bad for us. We got women out here can't find a man because they acting like him. Right. You are alpha. Now the alphas all want these subservient husbands. You can't have one.
No. That ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. Sorry about that. Okay, go ahead. Boy, you done got me canceled how many times in this program? Where's the camera? I didn't write nothing I said tonight. It's all been on these cue cards, and I'm just gonna keep reading them. Ask your next question.
The Migos, did you help them get out of financial situation?
I don't think we ever, as a nation, can remember a time that the Migos were financially unsuccessful. So for the record, I would assume that they've never needed Katt Williams' financial assistance for anything. I'm sure that between QC, the label, and other things, they were taken care of. On the other hand, if I was given the opportunity to help them, would I? Of course I would. That's what I do. I'm a pro-black non-racist. Like, I really, really love black people, but I don't love them more than other people. I love everybody. I'm a black guy, and I try to stick with that. But yeah, I'm not one of those pillow talkers either. Like when I do something good, I'm really not doing it for the gram. It's not for any of that. I'm just doing it because it's good to do.
I appreciate that. I don't know if this is true, but I did read that comedians on your show say that women sometimes would bring them money and not say where it came from.
Bam! HelloFresh. Guys, shrimp spaghetti with the kick is what we're gonna make. You guys know that HelloFresh makes cooking.
Say that again.
Comedians would say women would bring them money and not say where it came from.
Right. So I'm not a feminist like a feminist would be, but I do believe that that in my camp, like if I had 35 people in my camp, right? I believe that other than 4 jobs, I believe that a woman is better at any of them jobs than any man could be.
Okay.
So 10 of these jobs, no man can work because I'd rather a female be there. If I gotta smell anybody's breath, I want it to be hers. I don't want none of you crusty. So what I'm saying is, if in a staffing issue, I'm gonna have 75% women just because I prefer them. Right. I don't prefer to hear 2 guys talking in the corner. I prefer to hear 2 ladies talking in the corner. I don't care what they're talking about. I just prefer that. So a lot of times I will utilize ladies to convey a message. If a comedian is doing a great job somewhere in the country, he just did a masterful set and nobody's gonna pay him. They just clapping. And I know he's broke as shit back there. Wouldn't it be nice if somebody just showed up and gave him a little blessing? And he didn't have to suck me off for it. And thanks, Katt. And just, boy, I really needed it. Why would you do that? If you was actually just trying to help people, you would. People know that's how I pay my tithes. If I got paid.
That's so like cliche, but real. If you actually just want to help people, you would, bro.
You wouldn't even think about it.
Right, like if you just want to help somebody, you don't gotta go through all the. That's this generation now, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel me? That's this generation now. Go through all the stuff. Yeah, yo.
You gotta do a favor.
Let me help my man out, yo. Yeah, I'm sure you stay real, man. Come on, yo.
Paid $100,000 to be at your city. I'm gonna take 10,000 of that and put it in your homeless area. Not because I got to. Because you gave me 100 racks to come to your little rinky-dink town. Who would I be to not pay my tithes back to your town? That's how I got in this position. Wow.
Wow.
You adopted 7 kids. Why? That's a lot of kids for a man that's as busy as you are, travels as much as you do, on the road as much as you are, spend a lot of time, because you have to spend a lot. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, maybe it comes so natural to you to put pen to paper and to write things down and be able to go out there and perform a set. But that's a lot of responsibility, Katt.
Right. Right. But if there was a God, what would he think about you if you did that? I'm saying let's say, for example, that God is real.
Yes.
Okay? And let's say he be looking at what you do.
Yes.
What would he say if you did that?
He said, that Katt, that's a very kind gesture. That's very generous of you.
My whole life, since I was telling you when I was young and they was asking me what I wanted to be, and nothing I wanted to be was what I wanted to be God's friend. That's a weird thing if you're an atheist. If you're an atheist, I didn't even say nothing. But if you believe in God and I tell you that I wanted to be God's friend and I wanted to even go to Hollywood and still be God's friend, if I told you that that was my aim, you could understand where I'm at. Like, I promise you, no jealousy, no bitterness, none of that. I got exactly what I was trying to get. I haven't been shorted in any way.
I mean, 7, 8 kids, single. You gonna get married?
You remember the conversation where it was me?
Yes.
And I didn't know what was gonna happen to my 2 little brothers and
Yes.
it was just gonna be out there?
Yes.
So when it gone full circle and I'm one of the richest men that ever lived. And I don't mean, please don't look at my net worth. I saw my net worth. I had that on me. I don't even. I swear to God. What I'm saying.
Let me see his network. That's crazy. What is my son doing, yo?
What is that?
2 million.
It is like.
I'm
saying my net worth is less than my last Netflix deal. You understand what I'm telling you?
Make it make sense.
But I'm fine. Jesus was poor. Jesus ain't had nothing. So why don't we be mad you say I don't have nothing?
They ain't had the amenities they had back then, okay?
Say it again?
We got different amenities now.
Not more than gold. Gold was the amenity of that time. We still got gold. Gold still run it.
They have no Rolls Royce. They got you could buy an ass. That's what they call it in the biblical time. They were cheap.
I'm saying if you really want to say, I'm saying a Cullinan is cheap. So back in the day, I would get my girl a donkey. Today we get her a Cullinan. But I'm saying whatever it is, I'm saying we. I'm saying because what we gonna do? I done already told you I'm one of the richest people that ever lived.
Yes.
Only in the fact that when I wake up in the morning, no matter where I am, I don't need nothing. Whatever I need is right around me, and whatever I don't have, it's only just because I don't have it. It's not because I can't get it. All I got to do is want it, and it belongs to me. So because of that, because I'm favored by God, like when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it.
Yeah.
That's how Diddy be feeling.
Now, come on, man.
We gotta stop it, yo.
Man, this interview was fantastic, man. Fantastic. I can see why I got 40 million views in a week. In a week.
Yo, this is crazy.
This is great. This is great.
Oh man,
Shannon Sharp, Hats off to you, brother. You kicked 2024 off right. You kicked it off right. Shannon Sharp, my hat's off to you.
Family, we gotta finish this interview, man. Part 3 gonna come out soon, man. This was part 2. Definitely incredible interview. Katt Williams, man. And he probably only Katt Williams seemed like he the type of dude. He only gonna show out like twice or 3, and then he going back to where he at.
I would love just to sit and have like an intelligent conversation with him.
He is very smart, bro.
Yeah, just to have an intelligent
one thing,
conversation with him.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro, and I'm pretty sure y'all already know. One thing that intelligent and smart people do, when you ask them a question,
they never duck it.
Nah, yeah, that too. But listen, when you ask them a question, they take at least like 15 to 45 seconds to respond. You know why?
Yeah.
Because they're gathering everything in their head, what they about to tell you. They just don't automatically, yo, they automatically like.
They think about what you said.
Right.
They process what you said. Then they give an intelligent
response. And that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's amazing, bro. That's amazing. So look, man, if y'all new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Part 3 will come out very, very soon. We love y'all and we appreciate y'all. I'm Nick Dunson.
And I'm Mookie Dunson.
And we out, baby. 1.